What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and welcome back to episode 12 of Splatoon 3 Details You Missed and Funny Moments. Thank you guys so much for sending in all of your fun videos and comments. There's still so many for us to get through, so we're still going strong with this series, and it just makes me excited to talk about some things that I still didn't know about this game a month into it. There's a big Splatfest coming up very soon. Let me know what team you're picking down below. I'm Team Water all the way, but of course, we're going to start today's video with a Splatfest fact. Well, actually, a couple. This is really only our second Splatfest, well, technically our third after the test fire, but it looks like Deep Cut can even reference past Splatfest now, which is hilarious, because this is what Shiver has to say. Shiver is choosing Grass type and says, "Don't I deserve the most relaxing type of Pokemon after winning both Splatfest?" Wow. And Fry actually says, wow, you went there, huh? Yeah, Shiver ain't afraid to admit that, yep, she's been dominating these Splatfests so far. Fry even goes on to say, "Yeah, Shiver, why don't you sit this one out after all that hard work?" That's so funny to me. It's all good though, because Team Water is gonna take it this time. Big man, baby! Did you know that you can actually turn on color locking, and you can lock the boss's colors, which means you will have yellow ink, and the bosses will have this purple ink, which is very interesting and kind of plays with my mind after playing these bosses so many times. Even Big Man will start to glow his natural green, but then, yep, he has purple ink as well with this mode turned on, even though his phantom body still remains that kind of neon color. However, Shiver doesn't really change because her ink color is already very similar to this. Did you know if you use Zipcaster when falling off of a platform, you can actually respawn back on said platform, which is very interesting. So if you ever find yourself falling and you have that special ready to go, just click it and yep, you're back on stage. Sometimes you can get hit by a boss salmon, it's so hard, your roller just goes flinging across the stage. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that poor Inkling or Octoling down there, but man, they completely smacked their weapon right out of their hand. Another Splatfest fact for you, the Splatfest teas changed a little bit now. Once you get your Splatfest tea, you get massive discounts on the actual gear itself, meaning scrubs are only 2,000 coins, and it takes a lot less chunks in order to add them to your shirt, which of course makes sense considering the fact that you don't ever get to keep these things. But you get to pretty much change your main ability however many times you want. It only costs 6 ability chunks. And the good part about this is you get to change it whenever and you get those chunks right back immediately. Yeah, you'll never lose those 6 chunks until the very end of the Splatfest, so make sure at the very end you pick something that you don't really want. So if you ever want to change your main ability for any weapon that you want to use during the Splatfest, you can whenever you want, as long as you have 6 chunks of anything. Sometimes you just get put in a corner with your back against a wall, or in this case, against the edge, and there's no teammates around to help you. Odds are you didn't catch what happened because it happened so fast here. This Tent-umbrella user puts out their umbrella in order to get to this spot right under the bridge. They put down a respawn beacon and pretty much respawn right on that beacon, and on the way down, just in the nick of time, we're able to get off one big shot at the person that was on top of the bridge. Did you know in Sheldon's weapon shop there's actually a weapon that hasn't been revealed or shown off really yet in this game, and that's the gold dynamo roller. This was actually in the very first Splatoon, and all it is a different loadout than the regular one with a different sub and special, and obviously now it's gold. We always get different variations of all the weapons in the game for different loadouts, so we're probably for sure going to get this, and it's even funnier because it's actually in promotional art within the character renders as well, as one of the Inklings actually has one of these, so yeah, it's definitely coming. Hey you. Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe? I'm asking a question. You didn't? Better subscribe right now. Or you're gonna get one of these. I don't think it's even fired. Patience is such a big factor of this game, and sometimes it can pay off in extremely good ways. I'm sure you guys remember the triple-decker salmon lid, but here's them destroying each other. When you get ready to ready up in Salmon Run, do you notice your name tags? They're not just this weird bumped shape on this regular line for no reason. They're actually supposed to be shaped like salmon. You can even see little patterns in the name tag, and sometimes you'll get dashed lines that try to mimic the different layers of the fillet of salmon, which is just a really neat little detail. This has got to be the craziest splash wall battle I have ever seen. One that's actually so stupid, it's kind of fun. When you tap your right stick, you'll obviously pull out little buddy with all the little fish eggs flying around, but if you keep doing it, you'll do little flips, and you can actually jump off things and just keep clicking your right stick in, and you'll do little flips all the way down like you're doing a dive routine, which is, once again, stupid and pointless, but come on, it looks kind of cool. Someone already found a speedrunning glitch for the final climb of the story mode where they just climb the entire outside of the tower and don't have to worry about collecting any energy cores and can just kind of warp all the way to the gate. Now, a lot of people are pointing out that all of the Salmon Run gear that you're getting is all Back to the Future references. You have the shades from Dr. Emmett Brown, and you also have the hat from Marty McFly. And this week, we're getting a brand new piece of gear. It's a piece of headgear, which is actually the brain wave analyzer from that movie. And I'm just like, why is everything Back to the Future? And people are starting to speculate, well, maybe it's considering the fact that the DLC could be revolved around this and they're kind of teasing it. After all, we do know that this is the closing arc of the Splatoon story and that we'll probably be on a completely new story with Splatoon 4, so maybe this is like one big wrap up with the DLC, kind of revisiting past things from 1, 2, and 3, just like Back to the Future was going back in time and maybe giving us a glimpse of the future as well with this DLC. If you look at the window on the outside of the Hotlantis shop, you'll notice tons of signatures, but these signatures are not just random, they're actually from past game bans all over the window, and thankfully, Ina RNP from Twitter has actually been able to identify every single ban and every single individual member from each of those bans that's actually signed this window, which is so crazy because there's a lot of them. Once again, it just feels like a cultivation of everything that we've endured from Splatoon 1, 2, and 3. Even all the bans are here for this last hurrah, and yeah, it really does feel like the end of a story arc for this game. It would also be really cool if the DLC allowed us to meet all of these characters from all these bands as well, or maybe we had to save them all, like someone's trying to destroy music, because we know it might even have a music vibe to it, which could be really cool. Bomb explosions and flyfish are so broken right now, thankfully, because I hate these things, but you can actually just detonate your bomb on a eel and yep, they're dead. Did you know that Inklings and Octolings had different Zipcaster models? The Octoling actually wears some type of tentacle mask across its face, which looks very creepy and kind of serious looking. And it's actually funny because my Octoling is actually wearing a mask that kind of looks like that, which is oddly weird that that happened on coincidence. I promise I didn't plan that. But the Inkling will actually wear the tentacle like a scarf, kind of like Greninja, where it's like a scarf tongue thing wrapped around its neck. It still looks cool, but to me, it doesn't look anywhere near as cool as the Octolings. You guys so much for tuning in. Don't worry, if you didn't get your comment showed off, it's probably because it's on a long list of different comments that you're in line right now. But also, if you guys have any cool secrets, anything that you want to mention, make sure you leave them down below. Or if you have any cool funny moments or secrets that you want to show off in a video, make sure you send them to Nin10doland on Twitter and give me a follow there. And make sure you leave a like and subscribe because trust me, I will come back for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.